Hey everybody, it's Tito here, and I got another tech video for you guys. Just kind of want to give you guys my update thoughts on the Google Pixel 7a. And this device is awesome. Awesome. And in contrast to what a lot of reviewers are having to say, I don't really think of myself in that niche of like hardcore tech reviewer. I'm just a consumer. I like what I like, and I share what I think about something that I'm using. When right now I'm using the Pixel 7a as my daily driver. My Pixel 6 has become my secondary device, mostly to record video, vlog, live stream, whatever it may be. But like my main device that I do everything on, social media, gaming, content consumption, all those things is done on my Pixel 7a. And I recently updated it to Android 14 Beta 4, and I'm testing it out on there. Um, for the most part, it's pretty stable. I haven't really run into a lot of hiccups or anything like that. So, um, good on it. Anyways, so there's a wallpaper I chose. I get my wallpapers from Backdrops. If anyone wants to know, download in the Google Play Store. It's an app called Backdrops. They have some beautiful wallpapers. This is one of them that I thought kind of went well with my device. I love, just it's supposed to be an orange, but it kind of fits in, with the coral color of the Pixel 7a. And so far, just about everything with the Pixel 7a is great. Being that I used the Pixel 7 for such a long time, and again, shout out to the community for gifting me that Pixel 7. I really appreciate you guys for it. Um, Switching to the Pixel 7a, and one would think because it's budget from Google, there might be like some budget feel to it. There really isn't. There really is not. It's really not. It's really, really good. I was never a stickler for the refresh rate, so it having a 90 hertz refresh might be, great for some of you guys out there who care about that type of thing. I don't. I turn it off. I keep it at 60 frames per second. And that's just because, you know what, like I want my battery to kind of go a lot longer than what it will with these extra features that mean absolutely diddly squat. And I said that, so that offends people. Oh well. The faster scrolling, smoother scrolling, just it doesn't break a phone for me. It's not a deal breaker. It's not something I absolutely care about. Okay, to each his own. These are my opinions. But other than that, it is pretty much right along there with the Pixel 7. And so it fits exactly what Google's whole point was of creating the Pixel A series, was bringing you a device that gave you the same Pixel experience as the flagship at a much lower cost. Now, the cost is one of the things that tend to be a hit or miss with people. Some are like, it's absolutely fine. It's got, for it being a refresher, it's gotten some things that would kind of just like be considered okay for it to being at a $499 price tag, which I didn't get mine for. I got mine for $449. But there's others who think that what it got as a refresher doesn't warrant the additional $50 because the Pixel 6a came at $449, right? The 5a I also believe came at $449. The 4a came at $349. So you kind of see where this is going, and the 3a came at $399, right? So I think a lot of us were kind of spoiled to the fact that when the Pixel 4a came out, it was $349. So we were like, oh, we're expecting every Pixel A series to be at that $349 price tag. But you got to think about what you're getting in the device itself. Now, what it currently has, for those who want to know, obviously I just mentioned the 90 hertz refresh is there now. You have wireless charging at 7.5 watts, so it's not super fast wireless charging. It's not mediocre fast wireless charging. It's pretty slow, but it can be done. So you have another form of charging, wireless charging. The wired charging is kind of a letdown. It is slow to a degree. It does take close to 2 hours to have this fully charged from like 10% to 100%. And that's with the 18-watt charger. Putting it on a 30-watt charger, I tried it. It shaved off a little bit of time, but not drastically. And 30 watts pumping into this, yeah, it's not a good idea. So I use the 18-watt charger that I have for my previous Pixels, and it charges just fine. And it makes it through my entire day. I'm not a stickler that has to have 2-day battery life. where you charge it and you keep it off the charger for like 2 days. I'm not worried about that as long as it can make it from the moment that I wake up to the moment I'm going to bed, and I put this on a charger to charge overnight while I'm sleeping. Totally fine. I mean, these things have things in place to kind of preserve and protect the battery. So it's not gonna feed all that power in, get it to 100%, and then have it sitting there consistently feeding power. It does, it's got a smart way of charging. And most devices these days now do, they do nowadays. Um, the feel of the device, I will say, if no one said it was plastic, you would probably mistaken it for glass. It does really feel like glass to the touch. It is plastic. You do have these metal rails on the side, so it is metal, and it is a two-piece. I don't know if the camera can focus in, but you guys can kind of see that split in the seam. Yes, this whole plastic back can come off if you need to have repairs done to it. They will kind of heat the glue up back here and take this piece off, and it exposes the internals of the phone. And I think that's great too, because if you want to replace the battery, it makes it so much easier to get that done. Which is, again, it's not a deal breaker for me to worry so much about it being plastic and it being able to be a piece that comes off. It's not a deal breaker for me. Um, as far as the software optimization, it is smooth as anything. Like I said, it feels flagship. Identical experience to its big brother, the Pixel 7. So yes, it hit the mark of what the Pixel A series is supposed to do. And audio is it's okay. I can hear my videos when I'm watching it. It's not punchy like the Pixel 4 or 4 XL. But it gets the job done. Okay, it's not like a not a 19s, but like a 2007 Squawk Box mid-range phone. It's not that type of audio. It does okay. It gets the job done. And then of course I pair it with my Pixel Buds A and listen to music and stuff like that. So that's always great. I think one of the biggest cool things about it is the form factor size. It is smaller than the Pixel 7 by a little bit. Definitely smaller than my Pixel 6. So it makes my Pixel 6 seem like that my Pixel 6 is the XL model to this. It does. But you know what? I am about smaller form factor devices. That's just my preference. And so something like this is the reason why I'm like super happy with it and gave my wife the Pixel 7. That way she has something that's a little bit bigger than my Pixel 7a but smaller than the Pixel 6, more controllable for her. And she's loving that phone, by the way. She loves that phone. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome. And hopefully the Pixel 8 is about the same size as the Pixel 7a. That would be super awesome if they made it that, the height-wise and everything like that. It's very comfortable in the hand to hold. I love the fact that I'm not rocking a case with it. And, I may buy a case down the road, just to have it protected and everything like that. But, yeah. You do get Face Unlock with the Pixel 7a, the same Face Unlock that's on the Pixel 7. So, it's not the same one that's on the Pixel 4 and 4 XL. But, I mean, if you want that on, I just stick with the in-display biometrics, which works really good too as well. I haven't had any hiccups. I haven't had any problems where it was like, yelling at me that I couldn't read my fingerprint. It did it just fine. With everything that the Pixel 7a represents, it's hit those marks in my opinion. Okay, I think a lot of the techies out there kind of get lost in the moment because of like all these different devices coming out with these really cool, insane features they have, and we expect those insane features to be in other phones that come out in the same year, and that's totally not the case. Every phone has its own identity and what it's going to perform well at and what it's not going to perform well at, and that's why we have these options. It's kind of the reason that I like Android and the Android side over Apple and the iPhones and everything like that, because with Apple and the iPhones, it's like you get this, you may get a little bit of like options, right? You have the regular model all the way up to the Pro models and the Pro Max models, and that's really all you get as options. Whereas on the Android side, you get different brands with different ways of thinking and different features that are important to them, and you have all these this catalog of all these different Android devices, and it's like you can just decide what fits what you want out of a smartphone. And I think that's probably, that's the best. So hands down, the Pixel 7a is very, very solid device. Hands down, I would say it is. And, from being an avid Pixel 7 user, switching over to Pixel 7a, I don't feel like I'm hindered at all in anything that I do. Everything that I do with my Pixel 7, I do it on my Pixel 7a, and it's it's handling it just fine with that Tensor G2 chip. So that's pretty much my update on this channel for you guys as far as a tech video. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comment section of the video. Thanks for checking this out. Smash the like button. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Peace.